Hi guys, welcome to Avour Pro Beauty. Watch as I take this model from basic to baddie. I mean, look at that. But first, I want you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's been a long time coming. Just click the icon. Now, the first step we're going to do is to moisturize our face. No makeup bit should start without your face being moisturized. So I'm going to apply Cetaphil moisturizer. It's a simple product and it does the job. So I'm just applying that to all over her face and allowing that to sink in. Then I think I skipped a step. I mattified our T-zones. You can see that the nose and the forehead is a bit matte, just to keep the makeup locked in. Now I'm applying a foundation shade. I mixed two products, Revlon and Avour. I will list the products in the description box below. So I'm applying that to all the perimeters of her face so that we would have an even blend as we are blending the foundation. You can see that the foundation is our exact skin shade and it's going to give a rich dark look. And now I'm going to spray her face with an hydrating mist, Kiss Beauty hydrating facial mist, and that will give us a seamless blend and allow the foundation to sink into our skin and not just look cakey. So we're going in to blend the foundation. Notice I'm doing a press in motion, not dragging the foundation on our skin. So you can see the flawless finish as it blends, the face blends into our neck. That is how your foundation should look once you're done blending. Now the next step will be to apply concealer to our highlight zones, and I'm using the Zikel concealer in two shades, nude and caramel. So the darker shade, I'm putting it right below our eyes and the nose bridge and our chin, just to catch where light is going to fall naturally. I'm applying a lot of products because I do want to bring in a lot of warmth into our face, and the definition should be precise. So I'm just applying that to the tip of our nose also to give that well contoured nose. Now I'm going with the lighter shade just in the inner corner of our eyes, just to brighten it a little bit more, nothing too crazy. Now I'm blending. First I started blending the outer corners of the eyes, and you want to make sure that you blend it in properly and not have harsh lines. Harsh lines are those, points of blending where you can see that one shade starts and another shade finishes. So to prevent that from happening, you just have to blend quite well so that one shade fades into the other shade. So make sure you keep on blending, and you can notice I did not put product on the upper parts of her lip. I'm just taking the excess from the under eye and using that to blend in, and I did the same thing for the forehead. Now I'm setting the concealer that I just blended with a pressed powder palette, which is Beecharm Ageless. I'm using the exact shade of powder of concealer that I used to set our face in the place that I highlighted. Now I'm going ahead to contour our nose to bring back that definition to our nose. And we're going to start from the upper part of the brows because it's going to blend into the brows, and just drag that down. Make sure you blend it as well to prevent harsh lines. Keep blending, blending. You can see I'm using a darker shade of powder this time around, and then I'll drag that down the nose. Softly, because you do not want your nose bridge to look too crazy. So I'm going in with the darker shade, but still blending it out with a lighter shade. That is how I contour my nose. Nothing too crazy. So keep blending and blending until you have a seamless contoured nose. And don't forget to go in over and over again to prevent those harsh lines. Now I'm going into blush to bring back warmth. I want that warmth on her face. So I'm using CPD palette. Has about 6 shades of blushes, and it's a good product. Now the setting powder I'm using is Beauty by Ad in beige. That is the shade for dark skin. Ensure that if you're dark skin, don't use white setting powders or translucent. It's best to use a brown shade. So this is me just pressing in the setting powder into the places that are already set with the pressed powder, to give that more finished touch, what we call baking. So we're baking the face now. And another advantage of this is to catch the eyeshadow fallout when we're applying the eyeshadow. So just doing that. Now we're going to go into the brows. I use 2 products here. I use the Hegai and Esther brow pomade. As you can see, the shade is not so dark, so I first filled in the brows with that Hegai and Esther brow pomade, and then I went in with a darker product, Adventure gel liner, which also doubles as brow pomade, and you can see that the ends are darker and more defined. Now I'm concealing with my Zikel concealer that I just used to highlight her face, and I started with a darker shade towards the beginning of the brows. You don't want something that's too light, so that would have a seamless blend and have a well concealed brow. This is me just concealing, and now you can see that where the arch of the brow is, I used a lighter shade. That is to give that defined brow shade, and you have to be very, very careful, precise, to get that good shade. Practice makes perfect, so you don't get straight and like this in a day. Now I'm just going into blending that concealer that I used to conceal her brows and define her brows. I'm just blending that into the crease of the eye, and it's also going to serve like as an eyeshadow base. So this is me just trying to make sure there's no excess product under the eyebrows. So you want to make sure that you do that carefully, not to scatter the shape drawn. And now I'm going to place my eyeshadow base. I'm using a mixture of benign clown white with the remaining concealer. So what this does is gives the eyeshadow a good base and allows the eyeshadow to stay true to color. If you put red, it's going to come out as red. If you put green, it's going to come out as green, not the shades changing. So after blending that in, I'm going in with my eyeshadow. I'm doing a gradient purple color. So I started with a lilac color, that's light purple, and just putting that in the inner corner of her eyes with a blending brush, so that it will sink in to the eyeshadow base properly without leaving creases. Now I'm going in with my darker shade of purple, and I'm pressing that in. That's going to give us the gradient effect. As you can see, it's already popping. It's already, the vision is already, visible. So just buffing that into the eyeshadow base to prevent any creases. And now that we're done, I think I skipped a step. I put deep brown shadow at the end just to give that finished look. Now we're applying the liquid liner. Sometimes I work with gel liner, sometimes I work with liquid liner, depends on how I'm feeling that day. So you want to ensure that your hands are straight and you get the angle of the liner properly. So I'm just applying that, and you can see how well it's come out. You might have to look up, open your eyes, close it again to ensure that it comes out at the right angle. Now I'm just going into, because I'm a glitter baby, just a little bit of glitter at the lower lid just to give that pop. And for people with smaller eyes, you can extend your inner corner liner. It also gives you much bigger eye space, as you can see. Now I'm going into the lips. I should have cleaned up the lip gloss before applying the lipstick, because it gave me a bit of an issue in blending. But either ways, we did a nude lip since the eye is already colorful. So I just wanted to go in with something subtle, something that is also rich in color, and this is me trying to blend that out. So this is the finished look. As you can see, I also skipped I skipped a lot of steps actually. The contour by the cheekbones and the highlighting. I used soopro products to highlight, and here you have it.